Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sivakant Pathak once more in front of you to see one more topic in rotatory motion, that is torque and moment of inertia. In this torque and moment of inertia, you will set up a relation between torque and moment of inertia. Moment of inertia. See how we are going to set up the relation between torque and moment of inertia. So for this, consider a system of n particles, means a rigid body made up of n particles. What does this mean? Rigid body made up of n particles, right? So here in this particle, consider this is the rigid body which is free to rotate about axis, passes through this axis of rotation. Here in this axis of rotation, let us consider some particles 1, 2, 3, m1 mass, m2 mass, m3 mass, and so on. There are n particles here and they are situated r1 distance, r2 distance and r3 distance from axis of rotation and so on. So the particle, n particle of masses, we may add in this, of masses m1, m2, m3 and so on up to mn, and distance from axis of rotation is r1, r2, r3 and so on up to rn. Is that clear? It is. So this is the situation here. Let it is rotating about the axis here in the anti-clockwise direction. See the anti-clockwise direction or rotation of this rigid body around the given axis of rotation. Now here in this case, we want to obtain acceleration produced in various bodies. Let acceleration produced in particles A1, A2, A3 and so on up to An. Since there are n particles, so acceleration are this, their radius are these particles and their mass is this. Now see how we are going to calculate the rest of the things. Now A1 can be written as R1 alpha, A2 is equal to R2 alpha and so on. An is equal to Rn alpha, where alpha is equal to angular acceleration, right? So here A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Now force acting on system of n particles. Now we are going to see the force acting on this. So F1 is equal to M1 A1. This is M1. A1 is R1 alpha. Similarly, we may obtain F2 is equal to M2 R2 alpha, and so on. So force acting on the system of particles are like this: m1 r1 alpha, m2 r2 alpha, m3 r3 alpha, and this. Now see carefully. Moment of force acting on particles. Moment of force acting on a particle, on the first particle it is denoted by tau1, is equal to force acting on this into distance. Force acting on this is m1 r1 alpha into r1. It becomes m1 r1 square alpha. Similarly, we can calculate for second particle. Tau2 is equal to m2 r2 square alpha. Acting on third particle is m3 r square alpha, and so on for n particles, right? The next calculation are fresh page, that is net torque tau is equal to sum of all torques tau1 plus tau2 plus tau3 and so on, plus up to n particles. So net torque, this torque is called moment of force. Moment of force or torque is a same physical quantity. So this implies that tau is equal to tau1 is m1 r1 square alpha plus m2 r2 square alpha plus m3 r3 square alpha plus up to mn rn square alpha. Here in total business, tau is equal to alpha is common. So here in a bracket m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square plus mn rn square into alpha. See here the underline, black underline term, m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square. Here in this case, this total is equal to the moment of inertia of a body, that can be written as tau is equal to I alpha, where I what we placed, I is equal to where m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square and so on plus mn rn square. Now see this equation, consider it as equation number 1. Moment of force or torque is equal to I alpha, right? This is the required relation between torque and moment of inertia. Torque are moment of force and moment of inertia. We can compare this equation, we can compare it with Newton's second law of motion, that is F is equal to ma in linear motion. See very carefully, students, what is the physics behind it. In translational motion या motion in straight line or linear motion, Newton's second law of motion is force is equal to ma. Same like as see this law in case of rotatory motion. We are considering torque or moment of force is a force of linear motion. Here is a linear acceleration, here is angular acceleration, here is mass, that is inertia in linear motion, and here is the moment of inertia. So this equation is also called Newton's second law of motion in rotatory motion. Our tau is as a force, mass, moment of inertia I as a mass, and angular acceleration as a linear acceleration. Now we may define if alpha is equal to 1 rad per second square. In that condition, equation 1 can be written as tau is equal to I. So by this we may define which physical quantity? Moment of force or torque. About given axis of rotation is equal to so moment of inertia, this torque is equal to what? Moment of inertia. Moment of inertia is equal to torque. In which condition? See the condition when it rotates with unit angular acceleration, when alpha is equal to 1, right? So this is a required relation between torque and moment of inertia. This is for this class only. Thank you and have a nice day to all.